This is Force 13's AU channel, where we have a developing but major scene here on the east coast of Australia. We have numerous warnings in place. Queensland and New South Wales fire rescue people are out in force. There are evacuation orders also in place. This is a live webcam provided by a New South Wales government department, and this is a view down there at Port Macquarie. I'm just sorting the background operation out, but it is a very fluid situation at present. Bureau Meteorology New South Wales has a severe weather warning in place. The warning is for the Illawarra, Northern Tablelands, parts of the Mid-North Coast, Hunter, South Coast, the Central Tablelands, Southern Tablelands, the Northwest Slopes and Plains. Vigorous winds over parts of the Ranges and Illawarra. A cold front is crossing the state, and the system is bringing vigorous westerly winds to much of the state, particularly eastern districts. Conditions expected to ease somewhat once the front moves away to the east later tonight or Saturday morning. Damaging winds averaging 60 to 70 kilometres an hour, with peak gusts in excess of 90 kilometres an hour possible for eastern parts of the southern and central tablelands, elevated parts of the Illawarra South Coast, the northern slopes ranges and high country about the Barrington Tops today. During this afternoon and early evening, damaging winds may also affect coastal parts of the Illawarra district. And on the screen is the Bureau's warning chart. Winds are expected to ease during Friday night or Saturday morning after the passage of the front. Locations which may be affected include Bower, Braidwood, Katoomba, Perisher, Thredbo, Top Station, Bombarda and the Barrington Tops, and from this afternoon Wollongong, and now blizzards are possible about the Alps on Friday. The New South Wales National Parks and Wildlife Service recommends that backcountry travel be postponed until conditions improve. Moss Vale Automatic Weather Station recorded a wind gust of 87 kilometres an hour at 5 to 8 this morning or yesterday. Mount Boyce wind gusts of 85 kilometres an hour at 4:47 yesterday. High Range recorded a wind gust 83 kilometres an hour. Thredbo Top Station recorded a mean wind speed 80 kilometres an hour or more from about 8 p.m. last night. Peak gusts of 115 kilometres an hour were recorded around 9:55 p.m. Mount Boyce recorded a wind gust of 91 kilometres an hour at 1:03. Repeating, severe weather warning for damaging winds remains in place for the Illawarra, the northern tablelands, parts of the mid-north coast, the Hunter, southwest central tablelands, southern tablelands, the northwest slopes and plains. A gale wind warning is in place for the Macquarie, Hunter, Sydney coast. Strong wind warning, Sydney Coast waters, Byron coast, Goffs coast, the Illawarra, Batemans and Eden coast. And for Saturday, the Bureau has a gale wind warning in place for the Goffs, Macquarie, Hunter and Eden coast. Strong wind warning for the Byron, Illawarra, Batemans coast. And the Bureau has cancelled one for Saturday for the Sydney coast. A fire weather warning has been updated by the Bureau of Meteorology New South Wales. The warning is in place for the far north coast, the north coast, the Greater Hunter, New England and Northern Slopes fire districts. For the rest of Friday, extreme fire danger for the far north coast, New England region. Extreme fire danger, severe fire danger for the north coast, northern slopes. Very high fire danger, the Greater Hunter. Very high fire danger for the far north coast. There's a warning to sheep graziers for the south coast, central tablelands, southern tablelands, southwest slopes, the Snowy Mountains, the ACT forecast districts. The Bureau of Meteorology also has in place a minor flood warning for the Warrego River at Ford's Bridge, and that was updated at 11:02. For Victoria, the Bureau has in place it looks like an extended severe weather warning. Severe weather warning for the damaging winds for the central East Gippsland, southwest northeast, the West and South Gippsland forecast districts. Westerly winds strengthening on Saturday. Bureau of Meteorology has indicated that there are a series of fronts to impact South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria and New South Wales. A cold front embedded in a vigorous west to southwesterly airstream will cross Victoria during Saturday. Damaging winds averaging 50 to 60 kilometres an hour, peak gusts of around 90 kilometres an hour forecast to develop across southern parts of Victoria during Saturday afternoon, then extend to elevated areas above the 1200 metres mark of the northeast and far east Gippsland by the early evening. Damaging winds expected to ease across western parts of the warning area during the early evening and through central areas before midnight. Locations which may be affected: Warrnambool, Geelong, Frankston, Falls Creek, Mount Butter. The Bureau of Meteorology Victoria issued yesterday a flood watch for the Upper Yarra, the Bunyip, the Latrobe, South Gippsland rivers. So a flood warning also in place down there in Victoria. Strong wind warning: Port Phillip Bay, Western Port, the Gippsland Lakes, West Coast, the Central Coast, Central Gippsland Coast, East Gippsland Coast. Repeating on the screen is a live shot of a webcam down there at Port Macquarie, and that sky is absolutely red due to the severe fire activity. A gale warning will be in place for the Port Phillip Bay, the Western Port, the West Coast, Central Coast, Central Gippsland, East Gippsland Coast for Saturday. For Queensland, fire weather warning is in place for the Central Highland, the Coalfields, Mount Warrego, Darling Downs, the Granite Belt, Wide Bay, Burnett, South East Coast forecast districts. And the Bureau will, they haven't got an update time. Hot, dry, strong, gusty west to southwesterly winds expected to produce extreme fire danger in the Darling Downs and Granite Belt, the southeast coast districts, with severe fire danger in the Central Highland, Coalfields, Mount Warrego, Wide Bay and Burnett districts. On the screen, here's a look at the Bureau's Brisbane Doppler wind radar, and you can make out the temperatures, some locations along with the wind speed. And it's not a good scene for parts of the southeast corner, Sunshine Coast, Kilcoy, Morgan Road up there at Gympie. Queensland Fire Services are extremely busy. If anyone has the Twitter platform, it's handy to monitor the New South Wales Fire Rescue and the Queensland Fire Rescue Twitter accounts. Also the Facebook pages. And repeating, Bureau Meteorology continues to have in place the severe weather warning for parts of New South Wales. Strong and gale force wind warnings also in place. Expanded ones for Saturday. This is Force 13 Live. My name is David Tones. My location is Brisbane, Queensland, and I'm attempting to bring the latest information. And repeating, this is a live webcam view, Port Macquarie. And considering that I find this web camera one of the best, you can note that visibility has decreased. Massive amount of smoke coming from the fires, and that is just a yellow sky. I'll try and bring a live webcam view from the Sunshine Coast region. Evacuation fire notices have gone out. Bureau Meteorology Queensland has just put out a posting on their Twitter feed. While the fire weather warning remains current for parts of Queensland, we're also thinking of communities in New South Wales fighting the bushfires. And they're also advising to keep up to date with the various warnings. At 1600 hours daylight saving time, there were 99 fires burning across the state of New South Wales, with 55 uncontained, 14 very dangerous. Fires remained at emergency warning, and the New South Wales Rural Fire Service is saying if you are near these fires, your life is at risk and you need to take action to protect your life. And repeating, fire weather warning remains in place for the northern goldfields. Actually, I think this one has been extended, yes. This is breaking news, Bureau of Meteorology here in Queensland. Fire weather warning for the northern goldfields, the upper Flinders, Herbert, lower Burdekin, Central Coast, the Whitsundays, Capricornia, the Central Highlands, Coalfields, Maranoa, the Warrego, Darley Downs, the Granite Belt, Wide Bay, Burnett, and including the South East Coast District. This is Force 13 AU at 16:26 Queensland time or 5:26 daylight saving time. Now repeating, Bureau of Meteorology New South Wales has a severe weather warning in place. It's been reported by Channel 9. The New South Wales fire crisis is likely to get worse. They're hearing reports of people near the fire front trapped inside their homes. And Channel 9 Sydney at 6 o'clock will have the latest information. It is being reported by Channel 9 Gold Coast on their Twitter account. Almost 1,000 firefighters in New South Wales are facing, apology for the pronunciation, apocalyptic scenes with burning red skies, towns choked with smoke. And for those that have access to Twitter, you can have a look at our Twitter feed. That's Force 13 AU. And Channel 9 Sydney reporting that, and one of their reporters, the New South Wales fire crisis is likely to get worse. They're hearing reports of people near the fire front trapped inside their homes. Channel 9 News Sydney will have updated information at 6 o'clock. Now we'll have a look at the Newcastle Doppler wind radar. This is Force 13 AU live on what is turning out to be a very ugly time for parts of New South Wales and Queensland. Bureau Meteorology here in Queensland has extended the fire weather warning. It's in place for the northern goldfields, the upper Flinders, Herbert, lower Burdekin and the central coast, including the Whitsundays, the Capricornia, the Central Highlands, the Coalfields, Maranoa, the Warrego, Darling Downs, the Granite Belt, Wide Bay, Burnett, South East Coast forecast districts.